Have you ever been playing in the FA Cup final? It's like it's 1-1, it gets the penalty shootout, you step up to take a penalty, you run up, you sky it. Why do you sky it? Because all of a sudden as you go to kick the ball, you realise, I don't know who the greatest superhero of all time is.
Well, we're going to try and figure out who it is. Okay, so we are back with another superhero v superhero showdown thingamajig. I have the list of names. I am throwing them to Stephen. Much better than the last time I threw them.
And like always, just want to remind you that this isn't necessarily who's winning a fight, but instead who is the best. Hit us with the first one.
Rogue.
Okay.
Ant-Man.
Yep.
Like them both. Rogue. It's funny when I think about X-Men. Even though I've been reading X-Men since I've been back into comics for a long time now, I've been reading a lot of X-Men. Still, when people say the names of these characters, the 90s versions of them, just in my head. I see Rogue with a big bushy head,
with the southern accent,
the southern accent, and I love that character.
Yeah.
Although I don't even think she might have been in a few books that I've read, or is she dead?
She's in X-Men Legacy, I believe, because I read an Avengers vs X-Men crossover where it was her versus Iron Man, and there was this kind of pretty awesome moment where she takes She-Hulk's powers and then just destroys Iron Man, just like rips his suit apart. It's really cool. But Ant-Man. Ant-Man, he's a very conflicted character. Ant-Man or Giant Man or Yellow Jacket or Wife Beater, you know, whatever you want to call him. Hank Pym has had quite a dark past.
It's a weird character because he's not a wholly interesting character. I mean, we say that we like him, don't we? We say, oh, Ant-Man.
You say
we
not
like
interesting. He's been through the ringer and back. He's had his daughter die. He's beaten up his wife. He's had some trauma in his life. He's had some good times.
Yeah, but I don't think you can give him credit for his daughter dying.
But I wouldn't want to give anyone credit for their child dying.
It's not like, well done. Well, handling that. Well, kudos. I don't know. I feel like Hank Pym.
Dark.
Hank Pym is. I just don't know if he's that interested. Like, there's small. His power is not one I'd want. And do you know what's good about Rogue's power? She's kind of got like the tragic thing.
She's got everyone's power.
But she can't touch anyone she loves really, and that kind of thing. It's like the Pushing Daisies.
Great show.
Great show. I think I'm leaning on Rogue. I think she's more interesting.
How are you now?
I think she's more. I think she's more interesting. I think she's different. Whereas Ant-Man is just the product of probably Stan Lee just sitting in a room, just like. Let's have a guy that makes himself small.
But he can make himself big as well.
I know. And also, I've never really bought the science behind it. They try to hide it in this kind of pseudo-scientific way, and it never really pays off, I think.
What I will say is, I'm sure in 2015, where we get Edgar Wright's Ant-Man film, our opinion will completely change. But for now, I'm quite happy to go with Rogue, although I disagree that he's not an interesting character.
Because his daughter died.
And he beats his wife.
Yeah.
Next pairing.
Hawkeye, Batman.
Oh,
that's a shame.
That is a shame.
So let's just say how good Hawkeye is, because
Hawkeye's amazing. It's Batman.
We should let you know that Hawkeye's really cool.
Hawkeye's great. It's Batman.
But Hawkeye, if you're not reading the Matt Fraction Hawkeye,
you're missing out.
Yeah.
But it's Batman.
And also...
What else?
Also, I really like his outfit.
So do I. It's Batman.
Yeah, it's Batman. That's a shame.
It is a shame
Hawkeye would
because
have
against a lot of people, he would have like in the last round, he'd have beaten both of them.
Either of them.
Yeah, but it's Batman. We knew this moment was going to come. When Batman's name was going to be drawn, it didn't matter who it was going to be against, which is worrying going further into the contest.
Isn't it? Especially because now Wolverine being out as well, you would have thought they would have had a good
That's true.
kind of thing. Oh, that's a shame.
Batman.
But Hawkeye's cool.
Hawkeye is good. Hey, no one's taking anything away from
I'm
Hawkeye.
just saying. Just
But it's Batman.
I wanted Hawkeye to have the final word. Hawkeye.
Batman.
Submariner, Jonah Hex.
Submariner. Or Jonah
I
Hex.
like to call him the Submariner.
I don't
The
know.
Prima Submariner. That's a ballet joke.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of Namor.
You are.
Big fan of the Submariner.
Who's he fighting again?
Jonah Hex.
Jonah Hex. I'm a big fan of the Western Two-Face.
The Western Two-Face. I bought some of the issues of the New 52 Jonah Hex. They were quite good up until a point.
Now, this is
Got a
the
bit
thing.
samey.
I never picked it up because you told me it got a bit samey, but I am a sucker for a Western. I love a good Western. But he's also never fought Nazis. And Submariner has fought the Nazis. And that's cool.
I'm sure he's fought Nazis.
What, a Western Nazi?
Hasn't he? Yeah, but he will have had some...
Hey Hitler, what you doing in my backyard? I don't even know if he talks like that. Did you see Jonah Hex the film?
No.
Neither did I.
Does he, in the film, does he have the bit of skin?
I think so.
That always annoys me about Jonah Hex. Like, I just...
You'd think one day he'd go and eat a burger or something that's just a little bit too
Get her
big
scissors
and it
into
just
that.
pop or something.
You know, I just don't like it. It kind of creeps me. Stephen does not know what we're talking about.
Not a clue.
I feel like people are going to be angry at us if we don't pick Jonah Hex, but at the same time...
I disagree. I don't agree with that. Submariner's been
He has
a
quite a big-
staple of the Marvel Universe. He's top member of the X-Men. He's a top member of the Defenders.
Two teams.
Two teams, which really annoyed me during the whole AVX thing because I was buying the Defenders and I was wondering why he was in both of these books. That's a point. How many of the Defenders have we now had? Doctor Strange, Mariner, and Iron Fist.
That is a point.
We're getting
It's
there.
not too interesting
No,
of a
I
point, but...
was just curious.
Yeah,
So,
I think we've got to go with Submariner.
Submariner.
Jonah Hex is pretty cool. I feel like, for me at least, he's never really lived up to
I like Jonah Hex. I'm a
expectations.
huge fan of the Western comic book, but yeah, I'll give it to Submariner. Next pair.
Wasp, Dr. Manhattan.
So, Wasp is interesting because she gets beaten by her husband.
Why is this one storyline that happened this one time that you're obsessed with?
It did not.
Really?
It happened when he was Yellow Jacket. It happened in the Ultimates. It happened in Marvel
thinking
Zombies.
of
It
the
happens
Ultimates.
a lot.
Really?
He just... Does he even have an alcohol problem?
No, I think...
Well, he needs to stop beating on
I think
his
the
wife
whole
then.
thing with Ant-Man is...
Not that that's the only excuse to beat your wife. Not that there's any excuse to beat your wife. I'm just gonna dig into this hole a bit further. Wife beating's
That's
wrong.
the only excuse.
Wife
There are
beating's
others.
Dr. Manhattan's one of the more interesting characters of the Watchmen.
Opinions is one. You've got to watch out for them.
Beat your wife because she has opinions.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So,
I don't know if I... Okay. So Dr. Manhattan's also very interesting.
I mean, would you have the same
Gave
problems?
his wife cancer.
He didn't actually.
I gave someone cancer.
Do you have the same problems
yeah.
with Dr. Manhattan that you do with Superman? It's kind of too powerful kind of thing, or is it okay in the context of Watchmen because
No,
it's
it's
kind
fine
of-
because he's flawed. I feel it's not as bad because he does have his flaws. You know, his inability to relate with humans anymore is a big problem and things like that. I
think he's one of the best written characters of all time as well. Like the kind of existential philosophy that he gives, and I mean, let's face it, Wasp is fucking ridiculous. Like, get her out of my Avengers. I'm sorry, but if you like Wasp, please let me know why, because I cannot see why anyone... What is she?
She's got a bit of the Sue Richardsness about her in the fact that she's not very interesting.
Yeah, but there's no mace to the face.
That's very true. So we're going with Dr. Manhattan.
We are indeed, and that wraps up another thing that we do.
Another superhero v superhero. We are getting closer to the second round, and hopefully we'll get there soon.
We'll see you then.
Next X-Men.